Good morning. Could you do roll call, Tony?
I will, be happy to. Michael Zaslow.
Here.
Olga Wolkenstein. Here. John Timmerman.
Here.
Flora Simpson.
Here.
Les Rifkin.
Here.
Bobby Levin.
Here.
Jean Comas.
Here.
Duke Horton.
Here.
Richard Hamilton.
Here.
David Fornes.
Here.
Ruth Dries.
Here.
Nancy Del Giudice.
Here.
Maureen DeBeguer.
Here.
Dennis Burrows.
Here.
Michael Bunk. Eve Block.
Here.
Diane Andelman.
Here.
Peter Amato. Donald is a no. Joanne.
I'm here.
Tony's here. David Boaz.
Here.
Jerry is a no. Bruce.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Stewart. Patricia.
No.
And Fausto.
Here.
Okay, you have a quorum.
Okay, what do we have, 16 or 17? Who else count?
Of
the board.
17 or 19. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 on the committee, and then us is what?
No, I just want to know how many of the 18 are here?
16.
That's what I thought. Okay. Please review the minutes, and I'll give you 60 seconds, and then I'll entertain a motion. Because I know you all read them while we were waiting. Yes, David?
So moved.
David makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
John Timmerman? Thank you. Are there any corrections to the minutes as presented? Terrific. Thank you. We have a little bit of business. Mainly it is to bring you update to all the different projects that are going on. And I'm going to start with our treasurer.
Thank you. Which project are we talking about?
Well, Breeze Line is always a project.
Moving on.
You know, I guess all I can say is be sure to get the word out and make sure that everyone's aware of what the numbers are. The 844, there's two main numbers, and you can find them in the UCO Reporter and online. Anyway, if after calling those numbers you're not satisfied with the result and still having service-related issues, send an email to either ucomaintenance@gmail.com, so Donald will have it, or treasurer1@unitedcivic.org, or president1@unitedcivic.org. Any of the three of us will escalate an issue and help with it. Make sure that everyone realizes we need your name, your address, where the service issue is happening, and a contact number so we can get in touch with you right away. I get calls sometimes at the office, and people just want to tell me how unhappy they are, and that's fine. I get, sometimes you just need to get that out. You need to talk about it. But it's a general dislike. They don't like the way the remote looks, or they don't like the way it interacts with features on their television, or they're just unhappy with the service. That's not a service-related issue. A service-related issue is something that we can actually fix, and it's related to the picture and sound on your cable TV, or whether or not you're able to connect to the internet at the speed that you bought, basically. Those are service-related issues. So I just want to, kind of go over that and clarify it. Please make sure, because I keep hearing people say, well, I've had trouble for 3 years. Well, why haven't you told me? I've been here, I've been trying to get that message out. Escalate it, immediately, escalate it if you're not happy with the way it's going. So that's my Breeze Line spiel. The other project that we're working on right now, or the project right now, is the clickers. We do have new clickers. The old clickers are not functional. The company went out of business. They're not supported. So we did buy new clickers, and they're very, very up to date and modern. And we had previously said we were gonna use them for the election. But once we dug in and tried, to get it set up so that we could do that, it became obvious that we needed more education. And I was not able to do that for a while, and I'm still, you might notice, blinking and winking. I have a problem with my eyes. So it's delayed a little bit getting that off the ground, but we will get it right after the election. We'll start for any smaller, less complicated things. We will start using those right after March. So sometime April forward, we'll start using them, testing them and using them, and maybe next year it's not a major, see, this year we have the president, the treasurer, there's a lot of positions coming up, so maybe next year when it's really just executive committee and 2 vice presidents, it's a little easier to manage, so we're sort of looking into the future with the clickers. And that's about it. My finance committee met the other day. We are just going forward as planned with the various cash flow and a reserve study projects that are on the line. So that's it for my report, unless somebody has anyone has any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer them. And that's it.
Okay. Donald is not here. He took a few days off. He needed to see some snow. Do we have any old business before I go into new business? Do we have any old business? Okay. So I'm going to touch on the biggest things. Joanne just touched on one. Our elections for March are coming up. If you plan on running and you have not submitted your information, the meeting next Friday will be the opportunity for anybody to be nominated off the floor. There's a procedure in the paper. Paper should be delivered between today, tomorrow, and Sunday. It has been printed.
Do you know whether they deliver?
I did not receive,
Donald usually,
Yeah,
but
but
you should get them this afternoon.
Yeah. I would say by Sunday, everybody should have a new paper. It's a nice paper, please look at it. There's a lot of important information in there.
It is online.
Okay, it is available online for those of you that go. So, like I said, we were trying to use, to finish what Joanne was saying, we wanted to use them for the elections, to make our elections almost bulletproof. Unfortunately, we found that they require a little bit more testing and knowledge on behalf of the user. So we have engaged American Arbitration, which is a company that will come in and run the election. They will do the balloting, they will hand out the ballots, they will count the ballots, they will verify the delegates. It's completely hands-off. No one, the only person, I believe, is David Boaz that could answer any questions. They will have our books, and since he interprets the books, he's the Bible reader, he would be the only person that this company would have any interaction with. Everything else is hands-off. They do the counting, they do the balloting, they will make the announcement, hopefully, before delegate assembly is over. If it's not done by the end of delegate assembly, they will be coming to the UCO office and we will be recording it and it will be on the channels. But they will do everything. We're completely hands-off. The other thing, we had a change. We really haven't had a change in the bus schedule in almost 2 years. And it was brought to our attention that there was a deficiency where 2 of the bus lines were not going directly to the Hastings Fitness Center. So Patricia reached out to the vendor. The vendor came in, we sat down with them, and in a couple of weeks they came up. So now bus line number 1, number 2, and number 3 will all be coming to the clubhouse, and they will be all going to the fitness center. So nobody has to get off the bus, nobody has to wait, and they're still going to maintain that 1 hour schedule. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they said they will figure it out. This will start taking effect Monday, February 2nd. The new bus schedules are available in the Yuko Reporter. We printed them nicely for you in color. New bus schedules have been put on the buses, and new bus schedules have been dropped off in the ticket office. So, and I'm sure we will be putting it up on the channels to let everybody know. But if you know anybody that rides the bus, that's a big change, that people do not have to get off, don't have to get on. The other big thing is the Plymouth Laundry. We approved the renovation of it. We finally got all the permits that we need. The vendor was cut a check, the deposit that was required. Work should be starting in about 7 to 10 days. The Plymouth Laundry will be shut down, completely renovated. All new electrical, all new plumbing, all new drains, all new walls, all new floors. And once it is completed and it has passed inspection, David and Donald have contracted with an outside vendor to put commercial machines in there, including an over-the-load machine, right, an extra large, and no money. It'll all be credit cards. Okay, and they will be maintaining those machines. It'll be their machines. So I would expect, the vendor says maybe 30 days. I don't know. But it will be in Donald's report. It is in the paper. He will be going out. But it should be closed for about 30 days, assuming that all goes well. Okay, once we get done, we will have an up-to-date laundry. We won't have any of the backups, all the stuff. And my understanding, David, if I'm correct, the machines are somehow computer generated, that if they break down, the vendor's aware of it and they come to fix it.
That's correct. Most of the problems will be able to be solved remotely. If there is some problem, they will fix it at their expense, because we will no longer own the machines. Everything is going to be done by the vendor. So one of the big improvements I feel inside of it is that it will be a ADA compliant restroom at the laundry, which wasn't there before. That makes a big difference to people that use it. That's about it. Thank you, John. Oh, the big holdup was one big rolling door. And that's why it took so long to get it, because no one was aware that we had to have a special permit just for that
To
door.
replace the door. Yeah. Yes?
Counselor, does this mean that we won't make any money on the machine?
No, we will.
We still will.
We will?
We still will, yes.
75%?
I'm not sure of the exact number, but do you want to fill them in, David?
I don't have any hard numbers, Olga, but my understanding is that we will receive a check. I think it's quarterly. I could be wrong, but once again, we do no maintenance of it. We don't have to go counting any coins or anything like that, but we will get a stipend from the usage. That's my understanding of it.
My understanding, if I remember the contract that I originally saw,
I don't know what the
for the
percentage.
first 11 or 12 months, we're going to receive the bulk of whatever income it is. And then after that first initial period, then we get a percentage of what they take in.
The bottom line, Fausto, what I'm concerned about is this gonna cost us money at the end of the year to maintain that laundry?
No, it should actually help us.
It should help us.
It should help, because right now we're spending, I believe the annual contract is $2,000 just for them to come every time we call them. And then it's whatever labor is involved in whatever parts.
Okay.
Okay, we would be responsible for the water and whatever things, electric, that's in there. No, they're eliminating the propane tank, which that's a substantial, and it'll be all electric.
Okay.
How much is a wash?
I have no idea. My understanding from the original paperwork that I saw, they were planning to maintain whatever prices were currently there to begin with. And then they would determine whatever it is. the most important thing, that we would have an update, we would have no more flooding, and people don't have to come to Yuko and say, I want my $1.50 back. Okay? And right now, Donald has to walk around with a 5-gallon pail every 2 weeks to cash them in.
Excuse me, Sal.
Yes,
Okay. I'm sorry, that was funny.
go ahead.
The new machine's gonna have a QR code on it. A lot of people don't know how to use a QR code. You hold your phone up to it, put it on there and boom. Is that what's gonna happen?
Credit card.
What goes into your phone automatically come from your credit card?
Well, when we get to that point,
Or we're gonna have credit both.
the
or credit
Jetsons are
card.
coming, yes.
Jetsons are coming? That's what I'm serious.
I'm sure it's going to be a learning process.
Yeah, is that company gonna come and teach people how to use them?
I'm assuming that they will. And the people that are putting Canadian quarters and Mexican quarters in the machine, that jam up the machine, that's gonna stop now, so we don't have to worry about it. It's going to be a learning process, whatever it is. It's modern technology, okay? I'm assuming that in the very beginning, they'll have somebody there to show the people what they need to do.
Yeah, because most of the new laundromat that's going up has that already.
Yeah, well, again, this is an outside vendor, right? David, go ahead.
One thing we also have to realize is that every time Donald picks these quarters up, we lose 11%. Almost 11% to count the quarters. So that's going to be eliminated.
I don't know if you remember Donald telling the story
Oh, yeah.
that he was on his way to the bank and somebody had broken into some store and had taken a whole bunch of quarters from the machine. And when he walked into the store or the supermarket with a 5-gallon pail, somebody called the police and said, we think we know who stole the quarters. True story. Things happen. There was a hand over here someplace? Good to go? So these are all positive things that are happening. I believe that's all the new business that I have, but I'm sure that somebody else might remember something else. Tony, it's officers' reports, do you have anything?
I have nothing today. Stay warm, people, that's my big
Okay.
message of the day.
Especially Sunday.
Bruce?
I ditto Tony.
Okay. Stuart?
The only observation I have to make is the number of people walking around, either riding a bike and reading a book. And this is no joke and then also people walking on the roadway rather than on the sidewalk.
That's true.
And what I have been doing myself is to ride up slowly towards them, beeping the horn very loud, and keep on pressing it to get their attention. Their reaction is they don't like it, but screw them, I don't want to hit them because it's an accident waiting to happen. So notify your association people when you see them to be careful when you drive around because it's an accident waiting to happen if you're not careful, especially at night, without the reflective gear.
I drive with my brights on.
Yeah.
I see them, I flip my brights and leave the brights on.
There's nothing you can do because you talk to people and they ignore you.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
have
it.
a death wish. They don't care.
Go ahead, Olga.
So,
Yes.
is there any way of making a ruling that anybody who walks at night must wear some kind of a reflective clothing or something?
I'm going to, I'm trying to put this as gently as I can. Church leaders have reached out to their parishioners saying, please, don't walk in the middle of the road, wear reflective. One of the temples has made a gear available to them, okay? But they will not use it. So making a rule, if they don't believe their church leaders, what makes you think they're gonna listen to us? What I'm noticing more and more is where people just stop dead in the middle of the street or in the middle of the turn, letting people off, people on.
Yeah.
You just have to be careful.
You know what concerns me, Fausto, is about a couple of weeks ago, I live in Somerset Ave. I nearly came close to killing 3 of them. I mean, because I could not see them, and they were in the middle of the road, and there was a turnaround,
Olga,
which is a blind spot for me.
it's,
Now, if I hit them and they get killed, I'm responsible, not them. This is what's, this is,
all I could tell you is, we brought it to their attention, people are explaining to them, they just choose not to listen. Now, hold on, David was next. David?
Yeah, I spent a whole $3.50 on Amazon for reflective gears. It's just like a belt and suspenders, and it's bright, you know, for when we walk at night. You know, I can tell the difference of the cars, how much space they give me, that they're seeing it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a big expense.
John?
Can we post something on the channels about safety and walking, and maybe a picture of a vest, or just maybe,
I know that.
verbally listen to us.
I know that Jerry has brought it up in his column, and he's asked, you know,
Yeah, but maybe on the TV channel for the ones that do watch the TV channel.
That would be proactive. That'd be positive.
We'll put something on there. Okay. Richard?
With the sidewalk nearby, is walking in the street illegal? Can the police do anything?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. We're stuck.
But just to go on that, last Saturday morning, I was leaving the village, and there was a gentleman standing on the corner at Haverhill. Full red says stop, don't go. He walked right out in the middle of the street. And somebody that was going like 50 miles an hour down Haverhill, there was almost a bit, and he just kept right on walking, just, it's unfortunate. Yes?
I was driving down Haverhill coming in, and when I crossed the temple, there was a couple of people just stopped right in the middle of the road,
Yeah.
and were talking. And the guy's honking his horn and hollering at him, and they said, you know, screw you and the horse you rode in on.
Listen, it's something that all we can do is ask people to be cautious. Okay? Yes?
Fausto, now, to come to their defense, all the people that walk at night doesn't do that, because one night I was coming in, and we came in late. There was a whole slew of people. The one in the front had the vest on and the light, and they was headed toward Hastings over that on that side. So I guess it's maybe they told them maybe to get together and get a leader and one person wear the safety.
I don't know. All I could tell you is that Jerry has told us that his temple has made these reflector things available for free.
Yeah, they was
And they
wearing
said
them.
they don't want to wear them.
Some do. Some do now. Some do.
It's okay. Again, we can't force them. It's not illegal to walk in the middle of the street, okay?
But it is
Right.
dangerous.
But to park a car in the middle of a 2-lane highway and let
Yeah.
people out
Right.
it doesn't make common sense, but common sense is out the window. Okay?
Yeah.
So, we just have to be cautious. That's all we could say. Was there another question? Do we have anything else?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, David.
If anybody has made changes to their delegate forms, nominations, as Fausto said, are from the floor this coming Friday. But if you have new forms,
Excuse
they
me.
have to be turned in by
Listen to what he
12
said.
o'clock Wednesday to be updated on the list.
David, if there's no change, do we still need to fill out the form again?
That will be the same form. That is correct.
In other
We do
words,
not
have to
change
fill-
them.
We have to fill, we're obligated.
You
even
should.
if it's the
You
same.
should change it, yes.
Yeah, it should. If you're the same, that's fine, but you shouldn't let it go year after year after year. They should be updated,
Every year.
even if it is the same one.
Yeah.
I know we have some that are like
5,
8 or
6
9
years
years
old.
old. And they are still the same people there, but it's not good because phone numbers might have changed or an email might have changed. So if you had new elections or new appointments or added alternate delegates or so forth, that all has to be done by Wednesday at 12 o'clock. And I guess I may as well say this, we don't accept partials. You just can't call in or ask to have it changed. A whole new form has to be submitted.
Yeah, and on that note, if you have, we will not be accepting the Seacrest form. Last week, we had 3 associations that dropped off a Seacrest form. It has to be our form for the simple reason that Seacrest, one, it says Seacrest across the top, and it does not give you any alternate delegates. So we need to know who the alternate delegates are. We don't care how many you put as alternate, but you gotta have them. And we had, this week, we had somebody that came in, I believe on either Tuesday or Wednesday, and he took the Seacrest form and he cropped off the top, where he removed Seacrest and brought in a little, 7-inch thing and says, these are my delegates. And I happened to be there, and I said, sir, we need this form. And he goes, well, why? I go, so who's your alternate delegate? And he pointed to somebody there. I says, it doesn't say that. You have to list an alternate delegate. Yes, Michael?
Yeah, and the forms are available on UCO's website anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we've updated the investigation forms for sales, rentals, the delegates form. They're all now available online. You can download them. UnitedCivic.org, the forms are there. We're trying to make it as easy as possible for the associations.
Fausto,
Yes.
can I just make a comment about these forms? We use those forms, our new admin is very, very good with computer programs and things. We now have all of just the current officers of every association that have email addresses on the forms in a separate database. So when we can pardon me, we can blast out emails to just that subset of users. And what we're gonna do is go to, everybody now has these push notifications, so you get an alert on your phone when something is happening. We're gonna try and roll that program out for Century Village. And that's where, even if your association form stays the same from year to year, having updated information about phone numbers and email addresses will help that be a more effective program for notifications. If there's a hurricane or there's some critical event going on, we'll be able to push notifications to every officer, or just a subset, maybe just the CERT people. So we want to make sure, and that's the way to do it. It's online, you can print it out, fill it out, bring it in, and just make sure that that's up to date so that we can communicate with the associations.
Oh, yes, and the other thing is, we have people that drop them off in the mailbox, or they'll come and they'll throw them on the front desk. We will not make any changes unless whoever's working that front desk, I have 5 people working the front desk. When you drop that form off, they date stamp it and they initial it, so we know that we received it. Please don't put it in the mailbox, don't put it in the mail, don't give it to Donald, don't give it to me and say, oh yeah, please, drop it off, it only takes a second. They date stamp it, and if you need a copy, we'll make a copy for your record. But we gotta have that date stamp on it. Yes, Ms. Ruth?
The Seacrest form is used for filing
Sunbids,
That's
yes.
why it has no delegate.
Right. It only lists the offices, yeah. So, and I mean, I try to explain that to people for the last 2 years, but for some reason, they're just too lazy to rewrite the form. Okay, or it's not available. It's available online now. You can print it, fill it out, and bring it in. Any other questions? Anything for the good of the order? Yes, ma'am.
Do we have 5 minutes for me to ask you some general information? I mean, do we have 5 minutes?
Sure you do.
Okay. Does anybody here know what the regulations are about where the those poison rat traps can be put in the village. I have 2 now sitting on the sidewalk in front of my walkway. When I ask the president of my building why they are there, he tells me it's none of my business. So before I call the health department, does anybody know if there are any regulations where those rat traps can be put?
They should be put around the building as far as I know.
Well,
But
they're on
are
the
they, who
sidewalk.
puts them out there?
Uh,
Is it Seacrest or?
No, that Marty's, and I called him,
Yeah,
and he says, ask your building.
okay. So,
Well, and the answer is it's none of your business, when you ask the people, So I just wanted to know before I call the health department.
Are
and
you
everybody.
concerned about the location of
Yeah,
it?
it's on the sidewalk in
Why
front
don't
of
you
the
ask
house.
They shouldn't, I mean, they usually,
if they can move them on the way a little
He
bit?
says, deal with your
Yeah, I know
president.
that
The president says it's none of your business.
okay.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, just don't touch the
I
boxes,
wouldn't touch
but
them if I was you.
But no, yeah, grandchildren.
again,
I'm gonna call the health department.
do what you have to do.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say, call them, if the management company or you have, but if Marty puts them there, you ask them, I would ask them in writing, don't take it verbally.
Okay. I'll
Say,
do
look,
that.
could you do me a favor, could you explain why I have 2 so close to my apartment door? That's all, and let him answer, at least you've tried,
Okay, thank you.
and that would cover you, you know? I
Hey,
mean,
one other thing, does anybody know how long those things are active? I mean, is
They
it
should be,
forever?
they usually check them every 30 or 60
Yeah,
days,
30.
depending on the agreement that you have.
Okay.
I know around Greenbrier, we used to do it every 60 days, but as soon as they started doing construction work, people noticed that there were things moving around, so now we upped it to every 30 days.
Okay.
Things moving around.
Yes, Davis?
Here on the sidewalk.
According to AI and Google,
Yes.
there are no specific rules regarding placement, other than the fact that they have to be within 50 feet of a residence, or that they have to be against a wall.
Right.
So, it's more of an issue, therefore, of safety of somebody tripping on them
It's against the
if they're
buffer
in
in
the
front of
walkway,
the building.
which is a little bit tougher for you because it's just a liability issue. It doesn't have anything in statute that would tell you to be safe. So, yeah, it's a tough situation, and the root of your problem sounds like it's your board or your president.
Yeah.
Does your president live in your building?
Again, anything else for the good of the order?
If he put them there.
Do we have any other business that anybody would like to discuss before we ask for adjournment? I want to thank everybody. It was, we have 2026, January is almost over. Tomorrow's the last day. Motion to adjourn. Everybody have a wonderful Friday.